Well, good morning, St. Andrews. If you're watching this video, you know that our worship service for Sunday morning has been canceled due to weather, yet we can still worship God and be united by God's Spirit as we worship.
In Advent, we usually begin our worship by lighting one of our Advent candles. Today, we would be lighting the candle of joy, and we would have said this refrain together.
On this day, we remember the Spirit who breathes joy into our lives. So let's start our worship this morning with the lighting of the candle that brings us joy. Last week, we lit the candle of hope. And as we move to light the candle of joy, I would invite you to perhaps worship at home, to find some opportunities and some places where you do find joy. Maybe it's relaxing with an extra cup of coffee under a warm blanket. Maybe it's watching the snow fall. Maybe it's just being with family and friends or enjoying a time of silence. I'd also invite you to worship with some scripture this morning. Perhaps it's from the scripture that we would have read and had in our worship, from the Gospel of Luke, where Mary comes to Elizabeth and announces the birth of the Messiah. Look for the joy in Mary. Look for the joy in Elizabeth. Look for the joy in the yet unborn John the Baptizer. You also may want to look for joy in Paul's letter to the church in Philippi, where he says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice." However you're looking for joy, I'd invite you to look for where God is birthing joy in your life, or maybe where God is challenging you to wait for joy. Together, we would light this candle, and I'd invite you to join in that refrain again. On this day, God, we remember the Spirit who breathes joy into our lives.